Alright, so in this video, we have been given to calculate the volume of a frustum of a cone. Okay, so the question says the diagram shows the frustum of a cone. The perpendicular height is 40 centimeter. The top and bottom radii are 10 centimeter and 30 centimeter respectively. Take pi as 3.142. Okay, so we have been given the perpendicular height, which is 40 centimeter. We have been given the top radius of 10 centimeter, bottom radius of 30 centimeter. Okay, calculate the volume of a frustum. Now, a frustum, like I earlier explained in the previous video that we did, is simply the part that remains after cutting an object. We have different types of frustum. We have a frustum of a rectangular pyramid, frustum of a square pyramid, as well as frustum of a cone. So specifically in this video, we are covering the frustum of a cone. Okay, so now how do you get to calculate that? So the formula is given by volume is equal to, okay, 1 over 3 pi, a simplified one. This is simply a simplified one, r squared h minus r squared h, like that. Now what you need to understand on this formula, allow me just to group the data that will help us to calculate what we need. Okay, so this is the data that we need. Number one, of course, volume. That is what we are calculating. We don't know. Okay, we have pi. Pi is always constant. It is 3.142, like we have been given in the question. Then we need r. Okay, so this is simply r represented by capital letter r. This is the bigger radius, of which the bigger radius, as you can see, we have the bottom radius and the top radius. So the bigger radius is the one that is at the bottom, which is 30 centimeter. Then we need h. Now h, this is simply the height of a cone, not height of a frustum. The one that we have been given, this is the height of a frustum, but we need the height of a cone, a complete cone before it was cut. So we don't know this one. Okay, then what else do we need? We need small radius, of which the small radius we have been given as 10 centimeter, the top radius there. Then we also need h. Now this small letter h, this is the height of the part that was cut. Okay, the parts that we have not been given in this question. So as you can see, we have three things that are missing in this data, so we need to calculate for them. So the first step is to calculate for the height of the part that has been cut, that part that we have not been given in this question, of which to calculate for that part, you can simply say h plus x over x is equal to r over small letter r. This h represents the height of a frustum, of which the height of a frustum we have been given as 40. So we are going to say 40 plus x represent the height of the part that has been cut that we have not been given, which is x, okay, over x equals radius is the bigger radius. The bigger radius we have been given as 30 over the smaller radius we have been given as 10. From here, we can just cross multiply, where we're going to say this times this, we are going to get 30x is equal to, so 10 times 40, we are getting 400. Okay, 10 times x, we are getting 10x. From here, we can just group the like term, where we're going to say 30x minus 10x is equal to 400. Okay, this we subtract, we get 20x is equal to 400. We can just divide by 20, even here by 20. This and this goes, our x will be equal to this and this goes. We divide 40 divided by 2, we are going to get 20 centimeter. Now picture this. The height that we have gotten, this is the height of the part that was cut. Remember, before this was a frustum, it was a complete cone like this. It was a complete cone like that. Then after cutting this cone, we remained with a frustum. Okay, so meaning that this 20 centimeter that we have gotten, this is the height of the part that was cut. So the height of the part that was cut was simply equal to 20 centimeter. Then we already have the height of the part that remained, which is in this case the frustum. The height of the frustum, as we have been given, it was 40 centimeter. So now to calculate for this h, like I said, this is the height of a complete cone. We are just going to add now to say 20 centimeter plus 40 centimeter. We are going to get 60 centimeter. So meaning that this was 60 centimeter. We have actually found even the small height here, because the small height, this is the height of the part that was cut, which is in this case was what, 20 centimeter. So this is our first calculation here. Now we can calculate the volume of a frustum, the volume of this frustum, by using the same formula that we have, which is I don't know if the paper will allow me here. Let me just try to use a different paper. Okay, I'll try to use this paper. So from here we are just going to say volume, that is what we are calculating. We don't know, 1 over 3 pi, we have a 3.142. Okay, radius, bigger radius, we have 30 to the power 2 times the height. This is the height of a frustum, of which the height of a frustum is now given as 60. Okay, minus the small radius, we have 10 to the power 2 times small height, or the height of the part that was cut, we have 20. Okay, so from here we're just going to say volume is equal to 1 over 3. Okay, 3.142. We can try to do the calculations. So from here you can just use your calculator now, where you're going to say 30 to the power 2. 30 to the power 2, we are getting a 900. So here we're going to get a 900 times 60 minus 10 to the power 10 to the power 2. There you are going to get 100 times 20, like that. Okay, from here you're just going to say volume is equal to you can multiply 1 times this, you're getting 3.142, okay, over 3. We try to multiply here, we are going to get 54,000. Let me just try to confirm, times 60. Okay, we are getting 54,000 minus 100. We have 100 times 20. There we are getting 2,000. Okay, 2,000. We can try to subtract. Okay, we can just try to subtract there. Okay, so here we can just try to subtract. You can just try to subtract, where we are going to have 54,000 minus 2,000. We're going to get 52,000 there. Okay, then this 52,000 we can just multiply with 3.142. So we say times 3.142. What are you going to get? You're getting 163,384. So we're going to get 163,384. This we just try to divide by 3. Okay, so you can now just divide the given number by 3, where you're going to have volume to be equal to 54,461.3333 centimeter cubic. Okay, if you want, you can round it off by saying therefore the volume of a frustum was equal to 54,461 centimeter cubed. Thank you so much for watching.